Welcome back to the Crooked Smile podcast, brought to you by Macromedia Group. Today is another milestone day for the podcast. We are officially recording now in a new space.
Not Johnny's house.
Not Johnny's
Johnny's
house
house burnt down.
We've upped our production. We've now got desk mount stands instead of floor stands.
They mount the desks.
It's kind of a milestone day for us today, and we thought we'd kick it off with the duo here on Easter weekend. Happy Easter, Johnny.
Happy Easter.
Looking
forward to the Easter Bunny.
flashback from last year's Easter episode. With a highlight for me was when we were talking about Easter gifts, and one of our viewers talked about how they got the Lego Star Wars game as their Easter gift instead of chocolate.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
Jake Marshall.
Yeah, okay.
That was just a highlight of mine.
Was a highlight, was it?
Of last year's Easter.
I didn't think you got Easter gifts. I didn't think that was a thing. I thought you got hot cross buns and that's about it.
Food for thought. You know how you get Easter eggs and you get Easter bunnies? They're the two things. Easter bunnies don't lay eggs. So where are all the Easter eggs coming from?
That they do. That's the point, isn't it?
I thought bunnies were like mammals or marsupials, and they...
Do rabbits lay eggs? Oh,
This is what I'm
I
saying.
don't even know. Maybe they don't.
So that means it's Easter chicken.
No, I don't think they do. No, they don't. They definitely don't.
So how is Easter eggs come from Easter bunnies?
Good point. When did you think about that?
Oh, I would say 3 days ago, 4 hours and 17 minutes.
Kind of ruins Easter a bit for you?
Oh, I was just thinking about Easter.
Where are the eggs coming from?
Well, actually, this is how I thought about it. Well, I was having a conversation with someone about what came first, the chicken or the egg.
But maybe they're not actually eggs. I think you're thinking about it wrong. Maybe they're just very small poos
From
the Easter bunny. And he's fooled us all the whole time.
Do Easter bunnies lay Easter
Don't bring
eggs?
Juniper into this.
The age-old question. In folklore, the Easter Bunny is said to deliver eggs, not actually lay them. The tradition comes from German folklore, where a hare called Osterhase would bring eggs to children at
So
Easter.
Hase must be bunny or rabbit. Because Oster, I assume, is Easter.
It's been a while since we last recorded.
Yeah.
So much has gone down, Johnny.
What's happened?
So much has gone down.
What's gone down?
So
For you or for me or for both?
I don't know about
Assume
you,
both.
but I can bring
Feeling
me to the
22.
party.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So
Step into my office.
So much cheating has happened. And I will explain. I cheated on my local coffee shop. And there were signs, and I've gone back. Don't cheat on your local coffee shop, right? So at the top of my street, I have a coffee shop that I go to every day, or not every day, but whenever I'm home and I need a coffee, that's where I go.
Which one?
Cafe LA, shout out Cafe LA. That's kind of like a...
Cafe LA?
I live near there.
Shout out.
But there's one that's like 50 meters down the road called Gather House, and it's kind of more of an influence one. Kind of girls will go there to post like the
Gather round.
nice little bakery treats and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But my housemates convinced me to go there with them. And
You got caught up in the glitz.
well, what happens is their large coffees are probably 1.5x the size of Cafe LA's large coffees.
That's just milk, though.
And
That's just milk.
no, because it's double shot.
You don't want that much milk, though.
And they give you a little cookie with the coffee, like a little yummy bakery made cookie with every coffee.
Yeah.
So for cheaper, for a little cookie and a bigger coffee, I thought, well, that's kind of like, that's arbitrage. I got to go where the market dictates.
I
like
agree.
I am only.
And you have to try new things.
The market is dictating me to go towards Gather House because of the larger coffee and the free cookies for a cheaper price.
Gather round.
Gather round, yes. And so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. So I went there by myself on my Wednesday morning coffee that I have when I work from home.
Did you
on a
walk
Wednesday.
past Cafe LA?
Well, this is the thing. I didn't want them to see me, so I kind of went to back streets because like they know me at Cafe LA because I go there. I'm a regular.
Yeah. Well, they'd be
And
wondering.
I don't want to upset.
I think that'd be weird.
They know me to the point where the loyal workers there know my order and they just go, large takeaway flat white. And I go, you know it.
I thought you were a long black guy.
I was, but then I started having flat whites. And
It just
they
seems like
taste
not
better.
fun long black because you just sit there waiting for it to cool down and then you need an ice block and then your hands are burning. It's like, why would you get a long black? That's the stupidest thing ever.
That's the problem with the long black.
Sorry
It
to
takes
people
too
that drink
long to
long
cool
black.
down, and by the time
Yeah.
it's drinkable, the other person's finished their
Yeah.
coffee.
And they want to leave and then they want to leave you.
that
And
was
they want a divorce.
maybe my coffee shop wants a divorce. So I go to Gather House on the Wednesday by myself.
Yes.
They get my name wrong. I say Cam. They write down Sam.
Classic.
But not only
Taylor's
that,
old as time,
I
Sam
order
Cam.
my large flat white and they give me a medium and I paid for a large. So they got my name wrong and my size wrong.
Maybe it
of
was
my
actually
order.
Sam's order and you went up and got the wrong
No, because I was
coffee.
the only one there. It was like 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning.
Why would no one else be there on 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning?
Well, as in like it was pretty obvious that it was me.
Okay.
So, and then I said, well, I've actually paid for a large. Could I please have a large? And like, yeah, sorry about that. But like a bit of attitude around it, you know? So then,
Bit of attitude. What?
yeah, like I've just made them go out of the way to make another coffee. But it's like,
Wait, they said, a bit of attitude.
no, there was, I subtly
Oh, they had a
detected
bit of attitude.
when I
Yeah, okay,
asked. But it's
okay.
like, I was polite
Got
about
to
it.
respect hospo workers as well.
Yeah, but I've paid my money.
Yeah,
I want what I've paid.
respect. There shouldn't be attitude.
So I go, okay, this is not a good introduction into cheating on Cafe LA. It's not a good sign.
well, you went for the glitz and the glamour, but it seemed like that was like, it's too good for you.
I'll give
already.
them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But here's where the plot thickens. I go again on the Saturday with my housemate. We get 2 coffees, completely different workers. Like they don't know who I am. So this isn't like a targeted thing.
Yeah.
I don't get a cookie with my coffee.
Yeah, I think it's a target. They've got their photo of you at the front. at
But
the
my
back.
housemate gets the cookie with the coffee and the next person gets the cookie with the coffee. I just didn't get a cookie with my coffee.
I think it's a targeted thing.
So it's a sign.
Gather round.
I felt violated.
Shortchanged?
So I took that as a sign from God that God was punishing me for cheating on Cafe LA.
I would take that as a sign.
Is that not a sign? They get my name and order wrong, and then the next time they don't give me a cookie.
I think it's targeted. I reckon they've got photos of you back. They've got like customers we hate, and you're one of them.
But I haven't been there enough for them to know me.
No, yeah, because you gave attitude.
I didn't give attitude.
Attitude. You need to respect hospitality workers. Have you ever worked in hospitality?
Yes, I have. I worked for Fat Fish Ramen when I was 15 for 3 months. It's a wild time.
Was it fun?
No. So that's the first incident of me cheating in my life. There's 2 more. There's 2
dear.
more.
Which one's the most important? Does it go in order of
Do we
importance?
delineate
or
in
like,
order?
yeah.
I would say one of them's not that bad. The other 2 are pretty bad.
Yeah.
I cheated on Woolworths.
Yeah, but Woolworths suck, and so do Coles. Price gouges.
But this is the thing. I've always done Woolworths. I've got like this. I've got the season pass.
like Fortnite.
Yeah, but where
For Woolworths.
they give me 10% off one shop a month.
Have you got the? Are you?
I'm a Subi map.
Leadable map. Subi map. Yeah.
So I used to be Floret, but Subi's cheaper and closer.
Chapter
so.
2. Yeah. Season pass. Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter skin. Have you seen everyone with the Sabrina Carpenter skins in Fortnite? I don't play. I just keep seeing that people doing like please, that sort of thing. You know that song?
Juno positions.
Juno positions. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so
Have you ever tried this one?
so Woolworths. Okay,
Woolworths.
I've been a loyalist to Woolworths my whole life. I've never done Coles.
They treat you like
Just
crap.
The pricing has just been getting me, man. Like I go
It'd be
in
the
wanting
same
to
at
spend
Coles.
$120 for the week, and then I end up leaving there spending $150 every week, and it just hurts.
It'd be the
just
same at
hurts.
Coles.
Well, this is the thing. Coles is cheaper because my partner's sister is a baker at a Coles, so they get the 10% off every shop, family and friends card. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to save some money and go to Coles every week. So I went to Coles.
So what, you get it for 135 instead of 120?
Something like that. Yeah. So I went to Coles. So disappointed. So disappointed. Their lean beef mince was so expensive and it wasn't even a kilo. It was 800 grams in the pack. They didn't have any sweet potatoes.
No sweet potatoes.
Their tuna
At a
range,
supermarket.
their Serena tuna range was limited.
Oh, you can't get me with the Serena tuna.
Because
That is-
I go to
that is what
Woolies and I
hurts.
get like the soy and ginger one, the sweet chili one, the
No, you need
caramelized
the
onion
chili
one.
I only get the
They're
chili
all
one.
and the in oil. They're all in oil, but
Mm-hmm.
they're good. And what else? They didn't have frozen fruit. They were out of frozen mangoes and blueberries. I couldn't find the Yakults. They didn't have any Yakults. Yakults.
Yakult. Easy.
So the only thing that was better at Coles was the tomatoes.
And the discount.
Well, no. I don't even reckon. I reckon it was more expensive, so it just evened out. So now I'm back to Woolworths.
Would you like to apologise to Woolworths? Have you tried? Hear me out. IGA. It's even more expensive, but you're supporting independent growers.
Are we though?
Apparently.
Well, someone was saying just go to Farmer's Market or go to Farmer
Jack's.
Jack's, and buy like a kilo slab of meat, slice it up, chuck it in the freezer for steak, and like you'll save money for more good steak.
Mum went to Aldi the other day, and it was like changed her life.
In price?
She was in awe about how cheap some of the stuff was and how much stuff she could get for her money. Aldi and Spudshed.
Where did she go to Aldi?
In Aloo.
Really? Worth it?
Yeah, try it. We need those companies to come in. We need those big, European or whatever American companies like a Costco or something to come in, because otherwise it's just this stupid, there's no way that two supermarkets should run the show, but it's a duopoly.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
I'm
disaster.
invested in West Farmers, so I got to go to Woolworths.
You got to support, yeah. Well, the circular economy, all just works itself out,
Okay, so
You're supporting your own, you're basically...
That's number 2 of me cheating.
Yeah.
Number 3, I've been cheating on my barber, my haircut.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
But
That's the worst.
I've been cheating.
I've also cheated on my barber recently.
But I've been cheating with myself. So here comes the pondering question. Is
What do you mean you've been
cheating
cheating with yourself?
Is cheating with yourself cheating?
What's cheating with yourself?
Cutting my own hair.
Oh, that's not cheating. No, that's not. No. If you cut your own hair, that's just a cost-saving mechanism.
Yeah, but my barber's no longer cutting my hair.
No, but you're not going to see someone else.
But he probably thinks I am.
No, so you had
He thinks I
you
am.
needed the service. Yeah, well, you got to tell him. You needed the service, and now you don't need the service. So you don't. It's not cheating. You're not going to see another barber. I've gone to see another barber from my old one.
You promiscuous man.
I know, it was terrible. I feel pretty bad about it because sometimes I walk past and the guy doesn't know. I don't think he remembers me anyway. But
The one that you
I
did
went
the
to go
waiting
see-
line for.
I went to go see Enzo. I've seen Enzo. Well, I've gone to see Enzo. He's actually not cut my hair either time. No, first time he did, and then the other time it was like this guy from Liverpool, like young guy. I'm like, oh my god, is he going to be any good hairdresser? Like the best haircut I've had in ages. And
So
it's just
now
like a
you're-
Scouse guy. It's just like,
So now you're
relax.
hooked
And
there.
I was like,
That's
oh
where
no.
you're going now.
I was like, oh no, this could be bad. But he was really good. No offense to Scousers, but I was like, I wanted Enzo, and I got, when you go to the barber shop and you want the name of the guy that like runs the shop, you want
Like
the top
the side piece,
You want the
you
top
know?
dog, not the side piece that changes every time you're there. Well, the side piece was really good. So shout out to that guy.
Shout out to Johnny's
And
side
go
piece.
Liverpool. No, don't go Liverpool. Hate Liverpool.
Okay, so that's 3 for 3 in my life of cheating since we last convened
Yep.
in the podcast world.
And are you going to cheat on your car insurance broker?
Yeah, third party claim.
Third-party claim.
I was in a
Yeah,
car
cheating.
accident the other night as well, coming
Did you
home
die?
from support work. No, but the person who was behind the car of me broke 3 ribs, snapped their collarbone, and got a concussion.
I don't understand this because when you were telling me, you said you got out of the car and you were talking about it. Like, how did she like get out of the car and was able to have a conversation when she'd done that? Like, I'd be just exasperated.
I don't know. I thought she was like faking it, if I'm being honest. Like, she was like, oh,
But that she
I've
doesn't
broken-
stand to gain from that, does
I've
she?
broken my ribs. I can't breathe. And I was just like, she didn't actually, like, she
Then
was
how did you know
saying,
how did you find out she broke 3 ribs and did that?
because I got texted by the other guy that was following up with her the following day. But I was like, I didn't really believe her. I'd like, not in a bad way. Like, clearly she was hurt, and I felt really bad that she was hurt, and it was horrible. And obviously, you want her to be okay, but it just didn't look like she had 3 broken ribs, a snapped collarbone, and a concussion. Like, best believe I have that. I'm just lying down and not moving. Whereas she was kind of like walking around a little bit, came and sat down, and then she was obviously in a lot of shock, but who knows what's going on. I just needed to get her insurance details. And then,
You're
but
so heartless, bro.
the ambulances came, the police came, there was a fire truck, like,
What was on fire?
I don't know, they blocked off the road. So like,
Why'd you make such a scene, bro?
everyone was
You
okay.
didn't have to make such a scene.
It wasn't even me.
You didn't even have to call the fire department. Like,
I didn't call
There was no
anyone.
fire. Why did you call the fire department?
I think the car could have gone on fire. There was some weird blue stuff leaking out of her car.
Oh,
So
true.
for context to
True.
the
Was there-
audience,
No, I think there was actually a cat in the tree next to you.
I was sitting in traffic with someone. Like me and this car were both sitting in traffic, and someone's come up behind us, not realizing there's blocked up traffic ahead, and just gone at 60 kilometers an hour straight into the back of him.
How do you do that?
And then he's gone into me.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but it happened, and I hope she's all right. I really hope she's okay.
But you hope her insurance is better.
Well, she was driving a rental car. So it's her rental car's insurance. It's not even her insurance. So it's all a nightmare.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
But most importantly, I hope she's okay.
Me too.
And that I get the insurance on my car.
And you get
fixed.
yeah.
So yeah, I was.
And that the cat in the tree next to the accident gets rescued by the fire department.
Well, have you ever seen a fireman save a cat out of a tree?
No. The Fifth Odyssey recorded a song.
No.
We've recorded. We haven't released it, but we went to a recording studio.
What like type of song is it? Is it like an edgy, sad song?
No,
Is it
it's
like
our
a
song.
Arctic
They're our
Monkeys, bit of a
songs.
flair. Yeah, but what would the inspiration behind the song be?
Dreaming and The Search, I think, were the ones that we recorded, which means absolutely nothing to anyone. But there are two kind of favourite
Staples.
ones.
Your two
Our
staples.
staples.
What's it like recording a song?
It was pretty crazy.
Because you're not microphone shy, was it easier for you?
No, because like you're quite stressed because it's just you, and I mean you've got the backing track in your head, but everyone else in the studio is just listening to you sing. And just you think about stuff a lot more, and you obviously get like instant feedback. Like you hear exactly what you're doing as soon as it's done, they play it back to you, and so you're like, oh my god! And every like sort of like little bit of pitchiness is it's kind of scary, but I really enjoyed the process. This guy Angus, he's got this recording studio in his home. He's got this home studio, really, really, really cool. So we spent a couple of days doing that. It was pretty epic. So yeah, hopefully we get those back soon and we can release them at some point, and then we'll have our first few songs on Spotify.
Making an EP
I'll be on Spotify. I think we are going to make an EP, yeah,
or an album?
or do some single launches. We'll make an album at some point, but yeah,
You got Europe coming up?
Fifth Odyssey, Europe coming up.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to meet my brother in Austria because he's on exchange. Then go Netherlands, Barcelona, Dubrovnik.
Solo? All solo?
No, with a couple of other mates. Albania, Montenegro.
Bro, that's a lot.
The Bay of Kotor, it doesn't end there.
Like, is it quick?
Then we're going to Italy
How
together,
long are you
Sicily,
going for?
Sardinia. 4 to 5 weeks.
That's a lot for 4 to 5 weeks. So you're just doing
we're
like a
moving
couple
pretty
days in
quick.
each place.
I think we're moving pretty quick again, which would have been good to maybe chill out, but I also enjoy keeping moving and you get to see lots of places.
I've got another crazy story,
Uh-oh.
and this is a third party story, so I don't actually know the full details of it, but it's noteworthy. All right. So my housemate's girlfriend works at a pool. I can't name the pool, but
It's a pool in Perth.
it's a pool in
We
Perth.
can narrow it down.
And
Claremont.
I
Challenge
don't
Stadium,
think she was
UWA.
working there when it happened,
Oh,
but
no.
someone walked into the work and then dropped a bag, like a duffel bag in the middle of like the place, and then ran out and like said it was a bomb or something.
What?
Yeah. Imagine working.
What was it? Nothing.
Just wait. So imagine someone running into your work, dropping a duffel bag, like saying it's a bomb or whatever, and running out, and like bomb squads having to be called and like all of that.
Bombardier Crocodile.
Bombadillo crocodilo. And imagine what was in it. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Twinkies.
No.
Condoms.
No. Closer.
Sex toys.
Yeah. A bunch of dildos and sex toys in the duffel bag and the bomb squad for the
Campbell, they
police.
got Campbell, they got your duffel bag. They found it.
Imagine being like a police bomb squad officer. And
Who was the perpetrator? I don't
I would
know.
have never been so relieved to see some dildos in my life.
So what happened when they got like the guys that like have like the suits and shit? They had like anti-bomb
Well, I
suits,
assume
and they
so.
just like
This is-
slowly zipped open the bag.
This is all I know. That's what I'm saying. I was being told this by my housemate's girlfriend.
You still go to jail on bomb threat, even if it was a bag of
I think the
dildos.
person that did it's like a known person that does these type of things and has been to jail before.
Well, he's like a prankster that goes to jail. He doesn't even he doesn't even blow anything up, and he goes to jail. It's pathetic. That's crazy.
It's been a bad day to be a dildo.
That's wild.
What do you do with that? You put that in evidence?
Was it like a variety?
I don't know. I got to find out more.
Yeah.
Oh, this is something else. I was right. Katy Perry went to space. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
I called this and I told you about this months ago.
Oh, yeah. No, people did not take to that very kindly that she came back and she kissed the ground and stuff.
Did she? I didn't see that.
Because she only went, it was like a 5-minute ride. So she only went to, I think they only just left the atmosphere and then came back down, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it was a short flight. It wasn't like they went and orbited the Earth and then came back.
I saw that they opened the door before Jeff Bezos did. And then the lady was like, oh, close the door again. And then he pretended to open it with a crowbar 5 minutes later.
Really?
Yeah. So the speculation.
Did you see him facepalm?
No, but the
was really
speculation that it's fake. They didn't actually go to space. I reckon they would have, but the speculation is fake because of that.
Katy Perry can do anything. She's getting a lot of hate for it though.
For going to space.
She's getting a lot of hate recently, yeah.
But she didn't have to pay.
It reminds me of Ocean Gate. We're like rich people that just have so much money they don't know what to do with it. They went in that submarine, the Titanic submarine, and
then they all died.
They all died.
So imagine if Katy Perry died in space.
It's just rich people doing stuff that, normal people can't because they're not rich.
The inspiration for new music could be good.
Did you see Benson Boone? Do you know Benson Boone?
Yeah, the guy that likes to take his shirt off.
Yeah, he just flips and stuff. It's great. When this happens a lot. Well, not actually that often, but when you want to show your parents something, you're like, oh, watch this. This is really cool. This is one of the things. So Benson Boone did a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, oh, Dad, look at this. Watch this. And I thought it was really good. And Dad watches it. And then yesterday, a day after he'd seen it, he's like, yeah, that Benson Boone kid, the guy that did the Bohemian Rhapsody, that was the worst cover I've ever seen in my life. He was terrible and he completely butchered that song. And I'm like, what? Aren't you impressed? I showed you that so that you'd be impressed by this, and it's kind of soul destroying.
What do you think of the new setup? What do you think of the new pod setup?
Yeah, I like it.
There's something about a desk, hey. There's something about talking to someone at a desk.
A sleek desk. It makes me want to do business,
Really?
No.
But when you're sitting on a couch, you just kind of you're not you don't have that oomph, that ticker. And I feel like there's something about a desk that just it's got a bit of an X factor.
It's nice to be.
It's got a bit of an X factor.
It's nice to be here at this undisclosed location that we can't disclose.
And the people that made it happen, I would like to thank you very much for making it happen, even though it will remain undisclosed.
I also would like to thank them, and via you, I can thank them.
No, but I think it's good that we've progressed in terms of production and studio.
I think so.
I think it's given us
evolution.
It's given us kind of an area to blossom and grow, as not only human beings, but spiritually as well.
I think spiritually is a big part of my sort of thing.
I really need to touch some more grass.
Yeah, you do actually. You're very artificial at the moment.
I haven't been touching enough grass lately, and it's really been upsetting me. It's really putting me out of balance.
Yeah.
My body's ecosystem.
And you didn't vote in the election.
I did.
And you're not going to vote in the next election as well.
Yeah,
no, you told me you don't appreciate, you don't want democracy.
Bro, I feel like it's been a good introduction into this new room.
A new era of the podcast.
We'll have to figure out how to fit a guest in here.
Thank you to this place for having us.
Thank you very much. If you have watched this episode,
love you.
We're so back.
We are so back.
We're so back.
We are so back.
There won't be an episode the week after this. We won't record for another fortnight. But then from then on, we'll be having 1 to 2 episodes a week forever.
Fortnight.
Forever. Sabrina Carpenter fortnight. Thanks very much for watching this. If you watched this to the end, as always, I would say without you, this wouldn't be possible, but it probably would. So,
and it has been without audience for a while. It continues to be possible. So that's good, actually. Without any of you, this would still be possible.
This would still be possible. We'd still do this. But yeah, we got some great guests coming up, some great guests lined up, so stay tuned for that.
I can never ever. If you get lost, I press the rewind so you don't see now. I know I can tell that you a winner. I'm making key lime cause I was living in the backseat till you bag me. All my niggas never playing games like we Backstreet. When she's talking, feel like poetry in motion, and I feel like I'm